Hey, thank you so much for joining me. This is Amy L. And Healthier with Amy L. I am somebody who wants to help. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to keep the weight off, I know because it's what I'm doing. I've lost more than 75 pounds, kept it off for more than 15 years, and there's some tricks to doing that successfully over the long term. For me, one of the things that helped me was having some foods that felt really decadent, that felt creamy and delicious and fabulous, but also were low in points because I follow Weight Watchers. So I have a tip for you today that really, 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 I think you might not have heard of before. It might not be something that you're familiar with, but I want you to really embrace it and open your mind to all the things that it can do. This item that I'm going to share with you can be found at almost every grocery store, including Walmart and Safeway and Wegmans, and just about every kind of a grocery store. It costs less than $1 most of the time, and it can be a great topping. You can use it in place of hollandaise sauce if you want to do that. You can make sausage gravy and biscuits. And if you use the 2-ingredient dough, then it's going to be super low in points. One serving of it is only 1 point. And it's also the trick to making a great Alfredo sauce that's low in points. It's also, my favorite thing to do with it is to make a creamy, decadent soup that is super low in points. So what is it? What is this ingredient? Dun, dun, dun. McCormick's Country Gravy Mix. The stuff is incredible, guys. It also happens to be vegetarian. So if you're looking for something that fits with that lifestyle, this is going to help. But I am shocked by it. This has been one of my staples for probably 10 years now. So 1 cup of it, 1 portion, which is 1/4 of a cup of gravy, is only 1 point. The math gets funny. It's 8 servings, but if you make the entire package, it's 10 points for the entire thing. And that makes 2 cups of gravy if you make it as directed. And listen, you can do that. You can make it just as gravy. They've got it over chicken. You can put it over mashed potatoes or mashed cauliflower, if that's what you want to do. But I want you to open your mind and think about what you could do with a super creamy kind of a base. So some things that I like to do with it. And I've got 3 things that I'm going to share. The last is my soup, which I love. And the second is my dupe for Bob Evans Sunshine Skillet. So, but the first thing, super, super easy. If you want something that's not eggs for breakfast and you want to try something new, all I do is I take a piece of the 647 bread. That's 1 point for 1 slice. Ta-da! I take 1/4 of a cup. And listen, we don't have these measuring spoons anymore, but if we ever get them back, you should totally get one because they measure everything for you. All right, total side note. But, and then look, I mean, like that is a ton. Woo, don't fall. That is a ton of gravy that I could have on here. And I could make it thinner. This one's been cooking for a while. But that breakfast would be 2 points. Really good. The next thing that I like to do with it is, do you know the Sunshine Skillet at Bob Evans? It used to be one of my favorite things. It's a base of scrambled eggs. Then it's filled with shredded potatoes and gravy and sausage and topped with cheese. And it's great. It's 21 points. I don't have 21 points. So if I want to have a dupe like that, then all I do is I take my frozen hash browns and I use these in my air fryer. You could also just do it in the skillet, but if you do it in the air fryer, you're looking for 3 ounces, which is about this much. I put it in my air fryer as a clump. And it kind of cooks down. I kind of squish it down about halfway through the cooking. And for this one, the cooking temp on this, I put it at 300 for about 6 minutes. You don't want it to burn. You don't want it to get over crispy. 3 ounces is 2 points of these frozen hash browns. And that's a good deal because that's a lot of hash browns. You're going to see in just a second. So when I put them in my air fryer, they come out like as a big clump, almost like a kind of a fake latke or something. And then I've got some bonus ones on the outside, which I will totally eat. I put it on my plate. Then, so that's 2 points. 2 points for my hash browns. I put on top, 2 scrambled eggs. Did you see that egg fall down? Anyway. Then I put on a 1/4 cup of my country gravy. And then I'm a vegetarian, so this is fake sausage, but you could use any kind that you want. It just might affect your points value. So here I have, oh my gosh, it's so good. Like, it's shockingly good, guys. Shockingly good. Hash browns, 2 points. Eggs, 0 points. 1/4 cup of the country gravy, 1 point. And this amount of the soy sausage is 0 points. So this is a 3-point breakfast. Now, listen, that does not sound diety to me. That sounds like something that I could have almost every day and be very, very, very happy, as are most of the other people in my family. So this one's really good. And again, 21 points versus 3. And if I wanted to put, I mean, gosh, guys, if I wanted to put some shredded cheddar cheese on the top and bump it up by 2 points, that would still be 5 points in comparison to 21 if I had something very similar at a restaurant. If you wanted to spice it up, you could put on salsa or hot sauce or anything like that. Lots of different ways to make this one work. But my favorite, this is a 3-ingredient soup that is incredible. So all we do, you're going to take, guess what one of the ingredients is? You're going to take the country gravy mix. Yes? You are not going to mix it with 2 cups of water like it says to. Instead, you're going to mix it with any kind of broth that you like. Broth in these little boxes is usually 4 cups. So it's going to thin it out and make it a little bit, easier to work with. So I take the broth, 0 points. The whole bag of country gravy mix, 10 points. Put it in a big pot, mix it all together. That's your base. That's your base. You use that then for anything you want. So you could do a country gravy a country vegetable kind of a chowder. You could put corn in if you want it to make like a corn kind of a chowder. But I really like baked potato soup. Who doesn't like baked potato soup? But it's so high in points that I never have it usually when I'm out. But with that as my base, I then take potatoes O'Brien. That's my 3rd ingredient. I love using the potatoes O'Brien because it already has onions, red peppers, and green peppers all in. And the entire bag is 15 points. Okay? So I take that. After I've made the broth and the gravy, mix that together until the gravy kind of dissolves in it. Then I dump in the potatoes O'Brien and I get baked potato soup. Yes, can you see the potatoes and the green onion, green peppers and red peppers? It's amazing. I usually get 6 servings out of it. Each serving is 4 points, but you could also do 4 servings if you want giant servings, and those would be 6 points. What a great lunch to have. So anyway, I hope these tips and tricks have helped you. I will be back with more tracking challenges, with more activity challenges, and food hacks and finds that maybe you haven't seen that might help you. Please click the subscribe button if you've liked this video, and that helps keep me going. Thank you so much.